Tom from Melba's Chocolates here. We are going to do a bit of a fun thing today. We're going to show you a few things to do at home. I've got a bit of a list here. I'm going to read through it. I've got Alex here
Hey.
with her beautiful pink festive hair and some bunny ears. So stay tuned and we'll give you some fun ideas. Don't mind the cars as they go past. There are still some people popping in. So got all sorts of stuff here. We're going to move in and out of the shot and grab a few other bits and pieces while we're going. So to start with, mums and dads online, we've got some downloadable forms. You can download them and print them. We've got a little colour in your own and cut out your own Easter egg hunt basket, which ends up looking like this. So you can set up your own little Easter egg hunt at home for the kiddies, colour it in, and thanks to job. And then there's a, do you want to hold that for me? There's a colouring in competition. We've teamed up with the zoo this year, so you can win some passes to the zoo, and we've got some Melba's goodies as well. That is due when? There's a due date on the back.
Due by 4:30 on Monday the 13th of April, so Easter Monday.
And the email on there is competitions at the zoo.
Yeah.
Just make sure you look at both sides and put your details in there and send it through, and the goodies will be on their way. The other thing we've got, and you can see them, Nova, do you want to just go down the front while I'm talking? We've got these little cutouts. So print them out, cut them out, get some pop sticks or whatever you can, or stick them on the wall. They come like this, so print them out and set up a Easter egg hunt for the kids. Look up, look left, look down, over there, over here, wrong way, go back, all those kind of things. So, and in the middle of things, Alex will do some colouring while we're going. We do have a way to answer your questions, so if you've got any questions, throw them through and we'll try and answer them as well. So
Juliet has said, hey guys, working hard as usual.
Hi Juliet, you obviously started a new job. So we've got the forms, we've got the signs. The other thing that we think is pretty cool, now most of you have probably got eggs at home, and you've got your egg cartons. So the other thing that we think is cool, so we're going to show you how to freckle eggs today. I'll just grab a freckled egg.
We're doing that now?
No, I'm just going to show you. So that's your freckled egg there. I've just washed my hands, for everyone at home that's worrying that I don't have gloves on, so but that one won't go anywhere but in my hungry tummy. And then they end up like this, so we've just come up close on them. That's the artwork, but what you can do, folks, is if you've got your own, so I'll just move the chocolate out of the way, get your own 6-pack or 12-pack, and you can make your eggs. You could even decorate. If you don't have chocolate Easter eggs that you could decorate egg shells, blow the eggs out and get the kids to paint them. And then I've got some sticky sheets here that you can just pull the back label off, get the kids to decorate them. Whoop, can't even do it. Can't get it. Get the kids to decorate, say a sticky label if you can, if you've got them, otherwise plain paper, and then just use a glue stick to glue them on. Put your eggs in, and then pop them on the feet there, and stick them around. And decorate them before or after. You know. Excuse my handwriting, but yeah. Whoop. Oh, that. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, Alex.
Thanks. Lynn has said it looks fabulous.
Cool. Keep tuned, Lynn. We've got a few more fun things to do as well. So you can see the chocolate here. We've got some other bits and pieces that we'll do with you. So yeah, don't forget, folks. Egg carton at home, do your own chocolate eggs that you get, unfoil them, or use real eggs.
Paint the egg cartons,
Paint
just
the
as
eggs,
they
do
are.
whatever you can, decorate them, use the little figurines, stick them on, all that sort of stuff. Excuse me. Alright, what's next, Alex?
I think we had how to freckle the eggs.
Okay, so what we'll do first, so we've cheated a bit because we've got the machine in there because we need it, and we've already got tempered chocolate. So I've got a thermometer here. Now, for those of you at home that don't know, chocolate needs to be tempered. A really easy number to remember, 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius. So if you come in here, this will be approximately that. It might have cooled a bit because it's sitting outside. 30 degrees. Go get any of your chocolate from the shop when you go and do your essential run over couverture chocolate. But now, I won't do this, but in your household, what you can do is there's a few ways to test it. Now, chocolate at 30 degrees is going to be body temperature. Yeah. It's not going to feel hot to the hand, and it's not going to feel cold. So if you grab your bowl, if you've got a metal bowl, Alex, if you feel that, so it doesn't feel like anything really because it's body temperature. That's one way. Now, I won't do this, as I said. The other way, a chef's secret or a chocolatier's secret is to take the chocolate, and that little bit there on your body is the most sensitive part of your body, and you can touch it to that at home. Obviously, you're in the one household and you're not going out and you're not doing all the social distancing and all those sort of things. But you're, if you touch it there, it should again feel not hot or not cold. It should just feel like you're touching something there, and that'll be tempered chocolate. And it's important to do that, otherwise the freckles won't stick because the chocolate won't set. So if it's too cold, it just won't dry. If it's too hot, it won't dry and it'll bloom. How chocolate goes white.
And if it's too cold, the chocolate will be quite thick in consistency.
Yeah. So if you're struggling to work with it, it's probably too thick. So I'm just going to take it over. Any questions come up, Alex?
No questions at the moment.
Alright, so we're going to glove up and we're going to show you how we freckle eggs, and we'll give you some pointers.
We've already got one in here. This is our surprise egg. So, something like that.
So just while we're getting ready as well, folks, once you've worked with your chocolate, try not to put it in the fridge unless it's just straight after you've been working with it. But if your home is a decent normal temperature, not too hot, not too cold, it will set on its own if it's tempered. Between 15 and 20 degrees is ideal. So, you know, cool pantry or over in the corner under the bench would be perfect. So, as I said, we've got some...
What temperature do you reckon is best to eat the chocolate at?
I mean, some people really like it cold. Yeah. They love it coming out of the fridge. There's nothing wrong with doing that if you like cold chocolate, but you just run the risk of it blooming. And blooming is, as I say, that white sort of cloudy look on it. Now, as I said, we've got tempered chocolate here. Get your gloves or whatever you've got at home that you can protect, or just wash your hands. And so basically,
Serena Lee has said, "I love Melba's chocolates," and Cheryl has said, "Hello."
Hello, folks. How are you? So remember, what we're doing is trying to help you guys find some activities at home. So if you've already got some Easter eggs and you do your little hunt on Easter Sunday, then you can use them to use them to spend a bit more time with the kids and
unfoil them.
Yeah, and just
do it with your gloves.
It's quite hard to do with your gloves. And then so we've obviously got the eggs that we make, and then the eggs that we get foiled. Quite simple. I'll pop it there. Quite literally just rub some chocolate in your hands. Right, cool. Not too much. And then you just want to roll it around and get a little slick on it. Yeah, it's probably just slightly too much, but it'll probably be okay. Now, every supermarket, when you do your essential run, will have little packets of nonpareils. They're in a bright pink and blue packet. Grab a few packets of them. Hopefully the supermarkets, I don't make them sell out of them and there's a rush on nonpareils. You might have them in the cupboard. You'd probably be able to do it with hundreds and thousands as well. Yeah. We tend not to, but nonpareils are easy because they're small and they stick nicely. So we'll just keep going with a few. So a little bit more chocolate.
Get a bowl or plate and put the freckles in and get more room.
Any big bowl with it, like maybe a deep-sided oven tray or something like that. Anything. The other thing you probably want to do if you've got a little bowl of chocolate is sit it on a tea towel. So if you've got a really cold bench, say you've got a granite bench or a stone bench or just even a cold surface, the chocolate's going to cool off on you. If you come in close here, Nova, you can see that chocolate's already setting. So that's just because the chocolate is. Whack a tea towel underneath it if you've got a cold or a hot surface, and that'll stop the temperature coming up and through. So we'll keep going.
We have Simone here who says, we love Melba's, we were there last month.
Thanks, Simone.
We have Arthur tuning in. He says, love your work, Tom. Uncle Arthur.
How are we?
Leanne has tuned in. She said popping candy eggs are awesome. Thanks, Melbas. Have a happy Easter, Tom and Jack and the rest of the gang.
The whole crew's with us.
Yeah.
So
We have Stephanie saying yummy, love this, and we have James saying, can I freckle an egg, mate?
well, James, that's what we're here for. You can do it at home. So I'll keep going. We'll knock out another a few. So we've got a carton or two. So we'll just move a bit quicker here. Remember, folks, just any of that major excess you want to wipe off. Otherwise, you end up with big chunks. Alex will tell me off.
Try not. Oh, sorry.
You go.
Try not to touch the egg. So, like, Tom puts an egg in. Try and just coat it like that instead of touching the egg, because the chocolate's obviously not set yet. And then you can just leave it in the freckles, leave it in your pan or whatever, and then it'll set in the freckles.
And leave your, if you need to, you can leave your chocolate, take it over to a warm surface and hold the temperature in it. And then if you've only got a small amount of freckles and you can the non-pearls and you can't find too many, you can let them set, take your chocolate and bring it back and use your thermometer or those same methods I talked about before to check your chocolates back in temper.
Generally only takes about 5 minutes or so for the eggs to actually set with the freckles on them.
So melting chocolate, two ways. You can do your double boiler, which is your pot of hot water with the bowl sitting on top of that. Now, folks, some of you may not know, when you do the double boiler, you actually do want the bottom of the bowl touching the water. So if it's not touching the water, it won't get hot enough and it won't melt the chocolate. So you do want it that way. Otherwise, you can use the microwave. And so if you overheat the chocolate a little bit, make sure you keep some excess. And then the excess can be used to what's called seed the chocolate. So if you pop it back in and mix it round, you'll know that the chocolate's at a good temperature because those bits will stop melting in and they'll stay as little chunks. So a typical pasta sieve is a good way to sieve chocolate. If you want to the sieves, you can pour it through that into another bowl to get any of the chunks out, so you've got nice clean chocolate. Keep going here. How many have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have ET here saying, I wish we were there. One of my favourite memories was our trip going to Melba's. Jacinta has said, cannot wait to take my 3 kids to Melba's. Liz has said, love the freckle eggs. Buy them every year. Gonna try this. Thanks. Yummy. Cool. Also, while we're here, a large part of what we're trying to do is answer any questions. So if you've got any actual questions about chocolate or ingredients or certain bits and pieces, throw them at us. Alex is keeping an eye on the questions and we'll answer what we can. Got some pooches out for a walk. All right, how many we got?
I think 12 now.
Cool. So, folks, you certainly can, if you don't have gloves at home, just wash your hands and do it with clean hands. There's absolutely no problems with doing that, as long as you've obviously got clean ones. A lot of chefs and a lot of professional foodies work without gloves. It is clean as long as you're sanitising and you've got clean hands and you're washing them nice and often. Chocolate is very fatty. It's got a lot of cocoa butter in it, which is really oily, so it is difficult to wash. So, and remember to wash up at the end, kids. If you're helping mum and dad, don't just run off at the end. You've got to help them clean. Cool. Oh, we've got paper going everywhere. So, we'll leave it at that for the freckling, because I think we've got enough there, for now. So I might de-glove. And then what we'll do, the next one we're going to show you is how to use some eggs to make your own hot cross buns at home. So if your kids aren't big on fruit or hot cross buns, or you can't get out to get them, but you've got some Easter eggs and you've got some chocolate, or you're going down the shops, we'll show you something else. So, loving.
So we have a question. Are you still open to the public?
We are. We will be open the Easter long weekend. We're just about to put some stuff up online. We ask that you only come if you need any essential last minute Easter gifts. Our cut-off has passed on the website for pre-Easter delivery. We've sold a huge amount of stock online, so we don't have a great deal of Easter stuff left. As I said, please only come in if you are desperate for an Easter gift.
Got another question from V. Are you still delivering next week? The Easter's not till next weekend. And so I'd like to put in an order.
Yeah,
Delivering to
as I said,
Victoria.
we've got a very big backlog of orders that we're trying to get through, so it won't be to you for a little while, unfortunately. So yeah, we certainly still are, but just know that it's going to be a little while before we can get it to you. That's all.
We have another question here from Jacinta. She says the giant chocolate freckle online is sold out. When will we restock? And what is the largest Easter item that we have?
So everything online we've gone to purchase in store only because, as I say, we can't get those out in time. So we won't be shipping any more new Easter orders, unfortunately. I'm sorry. And the largest item we have is a 2 kilo Easter egg. We have a 1 kilo bunny and 2 kilo, and then we also freckle the 2 kilo eggs, and that ends up about 1.5 kilos. So, and they have bilbies in it and a bunch of other eggs and those sort of things, and then we call them the mega hamper.
We have a question here from Open Book Howden Print and Design. They say, hey Tom and team, we love your work as always. Can you please remind us of the best temperature to store the chocolate? And I've said that is, of course, if we don't devour all in one hit.
So between 15 and 20 degrees is the best temp to store chocolate. Any of the boxes that you get sent out, if you've got a Melba's box, it's got a little slide that shows that. If you like your chocolate cold, by all means throw it in the fridge, but we don't do any of that ourselves.
Yeah.
Cool. So the other cool little thing I wanted to show you. I've actually run out of gloves. Anyway, would you mind popping 6 of those in each one of those cartons for me?
Not just standing upright?
Yes, please. And then we can get rid of that.
Sounds
How are you? We're just filming live at the moment. So no worries.
Do you want me to move the freckles out of the way?
Okay, so yeah, we don't need that anymore. It's a little bit windy, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, but now we won't let anyone eat these, so don't mind my hands touching them. They're just for demonstration only. So what I want to do is show you how to make little at-home Easter egg hot cross buns. So we've got some white chocolate here, and if you don't have white chocolate or you've got some other chocolate, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Have a go.
Any flavour.
Now, supermarkets may or may not have piping bags. Those of you that cook a lot at home, you may have piping bags. They do come in rolls with perforations in them, like that. They also come in packs of piping bags like this. You can roll them down and go. That's if you're going to be doing a lot.
Yeah.
Right? But there's also a couple really simple ways to make some piping bags at home. Now, if you want to challenge the kids, you can make some out of wax paper, like I've done here. And I'll show you how to do that shortly. I had to get onto my dad, the chef, to remind me how to make them, because we don't use them because we've got actual piping bags, but thank you, Dad, for the refresher on that one. Then the other way that you can do it, now, where have I put it? Over here.
Just while you're looking for that, Janine has asked, do you have any sugar-free chocolate in dark?
Sugar-free chocolate in dark. We've got some of the sugarless range, so we stock a range of bars in the sugarless. So it's best if you're going to pop up and have a look, to give us a call and see if we've got it in stock. We can tell you what's there. We don't have any of them online, unfortunately, but they're...
And don't have any in an Easter range either.
We've got no added sugar bilbies. I think we've got some
Milk
of them.
chocolate,
Milk
though.
chocolate.
We have one
Oh,
left.
we don't have many, unfortunately. So as I said, we've been inundated. Now, coming back to the piping, you can use a simple Ziploc bag if you like, right? So you're going to get your chocolate and it's going to come in there, and then you've got a point that you can cut off and pipe with. So we'll try a couple options. I've got another one of these sheets, but what we'll do is we'll put some chocolate in there and we'll practice and we'll do some bits and pieces first. So, excuse me. Do you want to remember it's very dribbly, so you only have to do a little bit at a time. And when you're piping, it does go a long way. So you probably only really need 3 of those. Alrighty. And folks at home, if you just want to do this quickly and don't feel like, oh, one of our favourite customers, Mitch, is here. If you don't want to temper the chocolate, that's totally fine. If you want to get it a bit closer but not too far, it won't set. They're going to eat it. It'll go thick enough. You could just do that and pop it on a cold surface for a little bit and mix it around. Then it'll. You can feel that, Alex. Now it's a little bit hot.
Yeah.
So that's probably at 35, 40 degrees. Maybe not 40, but maybe just a little bit too hot. But we won't bother for now. We'll just keep going and we'll show you. But Alex, if you want to have a go here, I'll let you do the honours. And so Alex will show you at home. You've got some nice sharp scissors. If you don't have some sharp scissors, a really sharp knife on a chopping block, go down a bit lower just in case it spurts everywhere. A little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less. There you go, perfect. And you'll see, yep, and so do a couple nice little runs. And just wait for the truck to go past. Turn around, show the So folks, that is a piping bag using a Ziploc bag. Cool.
So you only need to cut a tiny bit off the corner. Probably cut a little bit too much.
Probably a little bit too much. And then little technique with the piping bag is you can twist it. This one's a bit hard because it's got a bunch of air in it. But once you're done with it, so you can run along and then you want to hold it up. All right. So then it stops dribbling. So you just hold it up like that and it runs back a bit. Sometimes that'll set up if your chocolate is tempered. You can just squeeze that out. All right. So nice even pressure, and you can give it a little drag like that. All right. So we'll pop that one aside. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Good fun.
Now you're going to show us how to use some baking paper, some wax paper.
So let's just move them over a little bit if we could. Yeah, over that way. Just use this space here. Cool. Move that down. All right. So, folks, that's what we want to end up with. That
It's Bo.
Puppy going nuts at the back. You want to end up with a nice little small hole in the end. So that's our end product. That's how we want to have it look, and we're going to pinch it up where the line of the fold is. Have you ever seen this before, Alex?
No, I haven't.
So very, very much a pastry chef or someone decorating a cake or something like that. So now this is some paper that we've got inside, but a lot of people will have your wax paper in the kitchen cupboard next to your Glad wrap and your alfoil. It will curl up, which will give you a natural piping bag like this. So when you do cut it, it will curl. So just know that this is slightly different. So what you want to do is get yourself a square. Your end product is that triangle there, right? Cool. And so we just want to cut off this excess. So, and as I said, a nice sharp knife, a paring knife, or a kitchen knife, or whatever. Probably best that Mum and Dad do this, kiddies. So
there is some scissors there as well.
Yeah, the one thing we do want is a really clean edge. So scissors you can't often get to fold, or you don't often get right in the middle of the fold. No, but you want to just come in close on that. And so you just want to put a bit of pressure either side like that, so you get that nice clean cut. Just go nice and slow, be careful. Cool. And then you get a nice decent cut like that.
Sammy has tuned in and said,
Sammy, you'll have to get some little goodies. I'm sure you've got some wax paper in the cupboard at home. You can get the kids to practice making a piping bag. And folks, decorating cakes and doing any of those other things as well. It doesn't have to be chocolate only. Make an icing. Make a, if you've got some icing sugar and bits and pieces, just jump online and find a nice icing recipe. You could decorate your your fairy bread, or you can decorate your anything you got in the cupboard. And I can guarantee that this is not easy, and it'll keep the kids busy for ages trying to master it. Even the parents will probably.
Tom was practicing
have a bit of
before,
fun.
and it was taking him a little bit of time.
It wasn't that good. As I say, we don't use them very often. So anyway, here we go. So. And folks, if you've got any questions about any of this, as I say, as we've said along the way, just yell out. So I'll leave that there as an example. So we want that triangle. Now, I'll try and do it so we've got a bit of an angled nugget. Do you want to just come around here so that sort of we get a profile of the, as the people, yeah, cool. All right, so I'm going to be working over myself a little bit here, but finger in the middle of the straight run at the bottom, in line with the point at the top, yeah. We just want to pick this up, and if your wax paper is curling, make sure it curls up towards you. I'm just waiting for the delay so I can see. Yep, beautiful. All right, so I want to bring that over and around. I do, and make a nice little point. See how if you pull it out, it gets all wide, and then if you bring it into a nice little point. The thing with the other piping bags is you can just use your nice sharp scissors or a paring knife on a chopping board to just make that tip of your piping bag. You can just hold it with your fingertips and melt it a little bit. All right, so I've got that there, and I just want to come up and hold these two sheets, yeah, like that, and you can see that as I the point comes in and out. So just want to pinch it a little bit, roll it over. All right, I'll grab this side, bring it over the top. Don't worry about that just yet, you can fix that after. All right, so hold them all together, you can see that. All right, cool, the hole's pretty big, but I can fix that quite simply by just doing a little twist. See how nice and pointy that is? All right, we're going to come all the way, and all right, so now you can see the straight line of where the piping bag comes up. Fold it, and that where that line is, you want to fold that bit back over. Come on now. Right, that's a bit jammed, but now that should, excuse the fold, that should hold there. Move your chip around. Okay.
And also use sticky tape or a staple.
So as we go for that. Now, Alex, what I'll do is I'll get you to fill it up with a bit of chocolate.
Yeah, our chocolate's gone a little bit thick.
Alright, so what we're going to do is just fill it up. You can see the little hole in there. Again, you really don't need much in these little ones, and you support the cone in your hand. Beautiful, that'll do. Now, what we want to do is not fold it back on itself that way. We want to fold away from the line, so we see how that's unfolding? You want to keep some pressure on that, so roll it over, and you can see it's already piping a little bit, and so you just want to, I've got my finger in the chocolate underneath there a little bit.
Leela has said this would be perfect for my daughter's 17th birthday on Easter Sunday.
Beautiful. Alright, so you can see that now I'm starting to get some pressure on there, and out we go. Cool. So that's a cute, nice little way, and then you bring it back over, and I've dipped it down here, so I've got a bit of chocolate everywhere. If you've got a kitchen apron at home, sorry, that looks a little bit too close to you then, wasn't it? And now, as you can see, you've got your own little piping bag, and you want to keep your thumb on the, we go. Yeah, we will. All right, so, do you want to have a go with that on the hot cross bun?
Sure.
So.
Really hot cross buns, but got our little eggs here in our egg carton. So we can just do like, you know, a simple, how you would have on a, like that, is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then if you've got a big long line of them and you want to do a little production line, like they do in the bakeries, you pop them next to each other and you can go all the way across.
It wasn't a very straight
Line
line.
them up for you. Nice.
I'm not very good at this. And then we'll come back this way, that one's already done. How's that?
I'm not sure Jack would be all that happy with
No.
that cross buns, but
Not very
cool.
good at doing straight line.
Alright.
think.
Cool. So as you can see, so let that set up a bit. There's nothing wrong with coming back and giving it a little
Fixing up the
like that.
wonky
A
lines.
little bit like that.
And you don't have to just do like a cross. You can do all sorts of different patterns and decorating. Do some zigzags, whatever.
Hey Storm.
Hey Stormy.
And so the other thing you might like to do that a lot of people find quite fun is you could actually just, and the chocolate's probably set a bit too much now, but you could just make it dribble off the side and get your teardrop.
Yeah, it's probably a bit
side.
too set.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
certainly not done the right thing, but you get the idea, folks. It's a bit cold outside today. But yeah, you can see that chocolate was well and truly far too hot, and it wasn't tempered, and we did that intentionally because it was going to be sitting around. But you can see even untempered chocolate is going to set on you a bit, but it's just going to stay like that. Now,
That's
you could probably mix that up, and I reckon that'd be pretty good, and you can see the thick consistency of it there.
The last few comments from the listeners, we have Stephanie saying, so do we just use a different chocolate? Any chocolate is another?
Yeah, so any chocolate, if you don't have white or if you don't have, COVID sugar chocolate, you can use any of the cooking chocolates. The cooking chocolates are going to be at temperature and they're not work with, but yeah, you can see it's probably, I don't know, it's probably 12 or 15 degrees out here.
Yeah,
it's pretty fresh. So yeah, that has set up. So, but you can see there, we've got a cute little Easter egg hot cross bun, and kiddies, you could make that for mum or dad, or for whoever else for Easter. You could make it for yourself, and then, as I said before, once they're set, and we'll
These aren't quite set yet.
And then close it up. Do your artwork. Happy Easter mum, happy Easter dad, all that sort of stuff. Your Easter egg hunt pack. All that sort of stuff.
Couple last comments. We've got Ellen saying yummy, Megan saying love Melba's, and last one Sammy saying yummo, we want chocolate now.
Cool. Now, because I think it's only fair to say so, kids at home, this doesn't come without a little bit of pain at the end. You've got to clean up. Help mum and dad out, make sure you clean up. Remember, chocolate's a bit greasy and oily, so if it needs to soak a little bit, it certainly can. Hot soapy water, don't need anything more than that.
Soap's important when cleaning up chocolate because of the oil in it.
Yep. So some sort of detergent, and make sure you clean up. And one of the real things is that chocolate gets everywhere, and it'll be under and around here. So clean up, put things away, and you'll get a special chocolate treat at the end, I'm sure, if you're extra good for it. So
hope the Easter bunny comes.
that's right. So from us here at Melba's, a huge thank you for supporting us online. We've been working our little tails off, and very strange time, but keep tuned, because we're going to try and put some more non-Easter related activities up online for you, and we might try and do some more things like this, and keep you and the kids busy, and hopefully not too many cavities, all that sort of stuff. Have you got anything you want to say, Alex? No? You're done? Well, I'll end it with, kids, remember to brush your teeth.
Yeah.